I remember a film in the 90s, come out in 1990, I think, and it was called The Day After Tomorrow. It starred Martin Landau as the President of the United States, Powers Booth as a US Air Force bomber pilot, and the story revolved around, call it an imaginary conflict with the Soviet Union, Russia, whereby there was a misunderstanding that led to a nuclear exchange between the two countries, and we were looking at possible destruction in the context of this movie. A very, very worrying scenario, and at the time, a very, very worrying possibility that that could happen. Ever since then, the end of the Cold War, we've enjoyed decades of peace, relative peace, compared with what could happen on that large scale. And you read things in the news, which usually I take with a pinch of salt because I know what they're like trying to get everybody to panic. And you start to wonder, have we got a problem on the way or haven't we? I'll tell you what I mean and show you the stuff I'm talking about. And you can tell me what you think. Do we need to worry or don't we? How do everyone? Welcome back to the channel for a Thursday. Hope you're doing all right. I certainly am. I like to poke my nose around other countries every now and again to see what's going on, particularly America and Russia. And it's always best to keep a discreet eye on things just in case anything comes and bites you on the bum. We know what's going on in America. We've got the most inept president in history in Sleepy Joe Biden and his counterpart Kamala Harris. All the left wanted to shoehorn them into position, and I think this is a decision they're regretting very much. And we move over the other side of the globe to Russia. Vladimir Putin, who actually said the other day that during the collapse of the Soviet Union, for a time he drove a taxi. So he's got something in common with me. Who'd know? Absolutely brilliant. Well, he's now in the position he's in, and he has been for a great many years and probably will be for more to come. We have a problem, Ukraine, and we know what happened on the peninsula there a few years ago when the Crimea was annexed from mainland Ukraine. There's been peace treaties and all that sort of thing, but that rumbles on. Vladimir Putin, of his own admission, regrets very much the fall of the Soviet Union and the loss of territory, which for a big part has been absorbed by the European Union. You can look up the list of countries. But what of Ukraine? I've read things over the last couple of weeks where they're talking about Russian troops massing on the Ukrainian border in the hundreds and thousands, in very worrying signs that an invasion may be imminent. America, Britain and all the other allies are saying, hang on a minute, Russia, if you do this, then there's going to be dire consequences. Have a look at this headline. A Russian invasion of the Ukraine could trigger World War III. A very worrying prospect, a very worrying comment to make. And our side of the fence, the West, seem intent on making Putin pay in one way or another if he goes down that line. He's saying they have no intention of doing it and they're just worried about deepening ties with the Ukraine and NATO, and they're shoring up their borders as a form of protection, which could be true. But in a lot of cases, what leads to war is a miscalculation, one side firing on another accidentally, a miscommunication, a delayed communication, surprise, anything. I don't know what you think, let me know in the comments below, but when I read things like this, it's very worrying. A war between America and Russia is completely unthinkable because it has world consequences, far-reaching consequences for everybody else. They have, of course, fought wars over the last several years indirectly. They're called proxy wars, where they use other people to do their fighting for them. Happened in Korea to an extent, Vietnam in places, and a couple of other examples over the years. It's not great. Let me know what you think. Should we be worried, or is this more of the same media fluff to try and send us all into a panic? I'm not after scaring anybody, not after causing panic. It just generally piqued my curiosity, and I wanted to know what you think. Honest and open debate. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you in a bit with one more. Toodaloo.